Well, good evening and welcome to the month of July for Mission 2016. My name is Josephine Frimpong. Tonight, we'll touch on the need to promote inclusive society. Now the details. The Ghana Federation of Disability Organizations says it will take legal action against owners of buildings that are not disability friendly. This has become necessary as the 10-year moratorium provided to ensure old buildings are renovated have elapsed in August 2016.
The Disability Act was passed by Parliament on June 23, 2006 and received presidential assent in August. A 10-year moratorium was given to all to comply and implement provisions in the Act. August 2016 will mark the end of the given moratorium. However, most provisions in the Act, including fiscal access, education and health, have not been fully complied. The Federation blames successive government for failing to provide a legislative instrument that would guide the implementation of the Act.
We will blame government. We are blaming government because no matter what the situation is, there should be very clear decision from government saying that we want to do ABC, and then stakeholders and citizens and partners can dialogue or also contribute to that decision. But we haven't seen anything clearly coming from government.
The Executive Director of Ghana Federation of Disability Organizations, Rita Chirmakusi, explains why the approval of the legislative instrument has delayed.
The legislative instrument, it's not yet available to guide stakeholders, to guide citizens, to guide government on the implementation. So all efforts towards implementation or compliance are done haphazardly. They are not too clear, they are not well coordinated, and they are not focused. And to us as a disability movement, Ghana still has a long way to go in ensuring full compliance.
She added the Disability Act had been reviewed to make the Act consistent with the UN Convention. However, not much has been done on the review process.
Years back, government came out with a draft legislative instrument. The disability movement studied the document and we had issues with it. We thought that it wasn't comprehensive enough. And also, since Ghana ratified the UN Convention on Disability, it was a requirement for our government to review its existing laws that are inconsistent with the convention. So this meant that Ghana has to review the disability law that we are talking about.
The Federation lament lack of fiscal access to most public and private institutions.
From midnight today, all those who constructed those buildings are in violation of the law. So a busybody like me can take any building which is not disability friendly to court.
Officials of the Federation say a legal team has been put in place and ready to take action against defaulters.
After 10 years, from August, we're putting together, actually we have started the process of getting a legal team to lead that process of taking legal action against government and against other service providers who provide service to the mainstream society.
She says the Federation will by August petition government to pay attention to issues of the Convention, the Disability Act, as well as the general issues of persons with disabilities. Statistics from the Ghana Health Service estimate that 7 to 10% of the country's population are persons with a disability. This calls for persons with a disability to provide the needed skills and resources for them to contribute their quota to the development of the nation. The Federation wants duty bearers to mainstream needs of persons with disability to promote a more inclusive society.
Now, the Ghana Blind Union is calling on the Ministry of Justice and Attorney General Department to quickly lay before Parliament the policy document for ratification of the Marrakesh Treaty, the treaty which when Rectify will facilitate access to published works by visually impaired persons.
Access to information is key to empowering people from all segments of society. It is often said that knowledge is power. But how do you acquire knowledge when you are unable to access information? For the visually impaired, the implementation of the Marrakesh Treaty is critical to help them acquire knowledge. The treaty, which Ghana signed in 2013, tasked state parties to enable visually impaired persons access published works in accessible format. However, access to information by the visually impaired still remains a challenge in Ghana because, according to the Ghana Blind Union, a policy document on the treaty is yet to be laid before Parliament. The Executive Director of the Union, Dr. Peter Obeng Asamoah, at a news conference in Accra, charged relevant stakeholders to fast-track the ratification process.
Ghana has signed the treaty, yes, but then it doesn't become law until it is ratified. And from 2013 to 2016, the treaty has still not been ratified. This ratification is as important because we are going to unlock our potential as members of this nation.
Members argued ratification of the treaty would enable such persons exchanged published materials in accessible format across the borders of the member countries.
The treaty also should be ratified for some other reasons. Just recently, we passed in Ghana a policy on inclusive education. It also implies that these children are going to need reading material, educational books in formats that they can access. With the Marrakesh Treaty, the way would be open for that to happen.
Statistics show that there are over 800,000 visually impaired persons in Ghana, with 200,000 of them totally blind. However, only 1% could access information. 5% of all published works is accessible to such persons. Executive Director of the Ghana Blind Union, Dr. Obeng Asamoah, revealed the implementation of the Marrakesh Treaty would not only benefit the visually impaired, but the entire society. In the run-up to the elections, political parties must endeavor to provide information in accessible format. This will contribute significantly to empowering the visually impaired and help them make informed choices.
So on Mission 2016, we provide a platform for the marginalized voices and generate critical information to inform the choice of electorates in the election. Do share with us your views on our various social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and News on TV3. That's how we wrap up for Mission today. My name is Josephine Frimpong. Thanks so much for watching. Good evening.